Well, Dowse, you said you weren't all that hot at managing in the FA Cup. You're making it look easy.
I'm delighted for the lads because I'm trying to get a relationship between me and the supporters, what I'm about, and the players and the supporters, what they're about. And we're connected today because the supporters and say we're putting the bodies on the line, and a tough place to come. We haven't been beaten under the new manager. Tough place to come, 2,500 people here, but the bodies we're putting on the line and the effort, we can work with that, we can get better with that, and obviously we'll celebrate tonight, and as long as you're having a beer on the coach, David, because you had about 19 last night, and just because it's my turn now to have a few beers, if you're doing it, you're not allowed on the coach. So it's
scandalous libel.
No, but it's one of them where we'll have a good night tonight, but it's forgotten about because we've got to go to Gloucester and we've got to have a crack at them on Wednesday, because we can't forget about the league fund. But great for supporters, really great for the club, and fantastic for a bunch of players who did put the bodies on the line today, so I'm fantastic for them. Brilliant.
Yeah, they did, literally. We'll come to that perhaps. Was selection today governed by fitness or injuries at all, or were you fairly close to being able to pick whoever you wanted?
Fairly close. Wheeler's still got a knock on his ankle, and I thought that Marnie Little was the man of the match, and he's just come back. I was delighted to get him back in there, and that frees people up. Like with young Charlie Cook being in there as well. But it was one of them where we thought we'd go and get some footballers on the pitch who want to pass it more than the last time we went down here when we were going back to front too quickly. And alright, we got caught out of possession at times. Alright, it was a bit tippy-tappy at times, but we thought the second half we'll go on the counter a little bit when we scored, because you can soak teams in and hit them with Loza's pace. And the plan worked, to be honest, and the players believed in it. Sometimes I'm standing here and it doesn't work. I thought this time it did, to be honest. And horrible place to come. I think when we got the draw, it was one of them, downsides when we got it, but hopefully we'll all go back to the clubhouse on Monday night again, do the draw again, and hopefully it's going to be Sunday this time,
Of course. One caveat to that is that Reading under 23s are playing.
Is that right?
Yeah, at the ground on Monday.
Oh, right. So Kingsfield it is.
Not sure what.
Kingsfield it is. We'll be down there, and Blackie will be delighted if he gets a couple hundred people down there. And no, okay, that's the case. We don't want to spoil their night. But it just gives some support or some hope, because they've had a tough 6 months. And with me coming in, it probably hasn't went any, we expect to challenge all the time we are, which we will do. But the sides have always tried to produce, so me and Ian and Martin and Matt's come into it now, the goalkeeping coach very well. You want a competitive side, and if you get a competitive side, you can work with skill and all the basics, set players, corners, but you've got to have competitive, and I think that's the best we've been competing and all that, and if we keep competing, we'll have a chance. I've got to keep competing as a manager by wheeling and dealing. The coach and staff do as well, but as long as the players compete, we'll be fine. So I'm delighted for them. We've had a sing-song in the change room, and I'm sure we'll have another one on the way home.
More Neil Diamond, no doubt.
Let me decide the songs, please, David.
I'm sure you will, no matter what anybody else thinks.
That's right.
First half, if Craig Ross maybe owed you a little bit from last week, he certainly paid it back today.
But I thought first half Max Kretzchmar's got to score two. That's what I thought. But who else would you want on the penalty? He's got great composure. He's come back on the side today, and I'll just give him a little breather. That's all. He's come back on the side. He's worked very hard, and he's got his rewards, and he's getting in areas where even he's got to score a couple of maybes. I'm great. He's getting in them areas again, which he done for me last season when he scored 22 goals, and that wasn't penalties all the time or free kicks. He's getting in areas which will hurt teams. I think the keeper saved it, and he's had one just wide, but that's where you get Max Kretzchmar his best. Get them in areas around the 18-yard box, because you do fancy him. And we still haven't scored from open play, but the first half we had a couple of good chances there. Second half they're all going to have their turn. The wind is on our backs then, and it was about doing just try to play a bit, try to frustrate him a little bit, but get in behind him, which we did do.
And yeah, you mentioned the wind. The conditions were not easy. You had the slope and the wind.
And the wind. Second half, I had a small go at tomorrow at half time, to be honest, because I didn't think you offered him much in the first half against their right back. And I said to me, you've got to get at them, we've got to get the ball, you've got to take responsibility, you've got to run at them. If you run at them and you lose the ball, that's my fault, because I'm telling him to do it. But he did do, and he got himself a penalty, which is great, and fair play for him for taking in, because I was a bit stern with him at half time. He didn't suck, he got on with it, so fair play to him. So he's done that by himself, to be honest.
I know you were a long way away, so you couldn't have had a terribly good view of the penalty, but has anything been said about it?
Stonewall. I'm going to say, I don't know. I'm 120 yards away, so I haven't got a clue.
But it's gone up, it was 90.
But it's one of them with, it looked it from where young people saying he hit the ball, but I thought the bloke said there, I thought we had a handball in the first half, which should have been, to be honest. But we'll take anything at the minute. We've had some things going against us. I thought Heidi got kicked all over today, to be honest. I really did. But listen, we've got a good manager down here, and look at the setup here. It's a football league setup. we eventually want working to be like as a football league set up, and we've got to work, putting brick by brick by brick to make it what we are on and off the pitch, and that'll not change. In that charity we talked about yesterday, Alloa, I hope we have a great night as well. What we're talking about, so nothing changes. Even though we've won a day, we'll still wake up and we'll still try to help the community. We'll still try to help the schools, which we're going to do next week, and so nothing changes. It's just trying to build a club up. That's what we're trying to do. But great for the lads. It's all about the players, not about me, Ian, Martin, Matt. I know like that's about the players today. The players put their bodies on the line. The players went out and done it. It's all about me captain. The players who've done it today. And I thought they've done it very well.
Absolutely. Finally, a word about the support. Over 300 people.
Oh no, fantastic, and that's one of the reasons I wanted a job, and I want to be their manager. I feel like it'll take a while to get to know me, and face off first how my teams play competitive. That's all I want. I haven't quite conquered it yet. How we exactly want it, except for the second half. The desire, and if you get that desire in the team, you get desire to supporters, and when that works both ways, it takes some stopping. If you can get a desire in the committee and get a desire in the board of directors and get a desire in the community, we'll have a chance, and that's how I'll work. But we'll celebrate tonight, a couple of drinks, but it's forgotten about tomorrow. I'll be waking up tomorrow, probably with a sore head, to be honest. But the bottom line is, I'll not be thinking about the FA Cup. I'll not be going to any draw at Hampton, and I'm not into all that, to be honest, because I feel as though if I do one of them, it takes the glory off the players, really, and the club. So it's not about Dowse, it's not about me standing there where the balls are getting drawn out. I'm not into that, to be honest. It is massively about the club and the players. It's not about me. But the bottom line is, we'll wake up tomorrow and think about Gloucester and how we got on today and how we play against them. It's as simple as that.
Absolutely. Were you nervous the last 10-15 minutes? Because I was.
Just had a cigar about one. I had to tell Martin and Ian just to calm down a bit, nervous, fligging neck. I was on the pitch. I think I was at the semicircle at one of the times, and there's once the linesman was running down the lane, and he wasn't putting his flag on. I was going to catch a bug and stick it up myself, but you get carried away. But I thought the supporters carried away as well. It's great seeing all them smiling faces there, and I hope they have a safe journey back, like we will, after a couple of beers, listening to Neil Diamond, David, my music, not yours, and we'll enjoy ourselves, won't we?
We certainly will. We've enjoyed ourselves this afternoon. Many thanks and congratulations.
Cheers, David. Thank you. Thanks very much. Cheers.
Well
Cheers,
done.
David. Let's have a beer, sunshine.